Well, hey everyone, welcome to Undertaking the Podcast. I'm Brian Waters, and along with fellow funeral director and embalmer Ryan Ballard, we've got a great show coming up for you in just a second. This show is recorded at the NFDA convention in Baltimore, Maryland. This was our second main recording of the first day, right before the convention floor opened. Now, Ryan and I were busy running all over the place. We had appointments got pushed. We had some filming that we had to do. I believe there's a documentary being produced, and we were a part of that. So we were just kind of running all over the place. We got our steps in for sure, but Ryan and I got the booth set up. We were waiting for traffic to kind of reach our area, so we decided to look around and kind of describe what we see and what we feel. So these were our first impressions there at the convention in Baltimore, Maryland. Now, today's show is brought to you by the Indiana Donor Network. Folks, you can sign up to be a donor yourself right there, undertakingthepodcast.com. Just click that Donate Life button. You can learn more by visiting indianadonornetwork.org. And we're also brought to you by the Love Always Project. Folks, funeral directors know better than any that planning is important, yet even many of us put off planning. So we understand why many families, it's just hard. It's something hard to talk about. Heck, we don't even want to use the word death. But the Love Always Project is a movement and community that is filled with grief, loss, and bereavement support, plans for helping you prepare and pre-plan your funeral. Check them out over at lovealwaysproject.org. All right, let's go ahead and get into the show. This is our first impressions of the 2022 convention right as the floor opens here on Undertaking the Podcast.
This is Kathy Benjamin, author of It's Your Funeral, and you're listening to Undertaking the Podcast.
All right, Mr. Ballard, we're here live at the NFDA 2022 convention in Baltimore, Maryland. How are you doing, Ryan Ballard?
We are next to the Paws for Paws, the puppy booth here, buddy. You see that? Walk away with a free puppy. How about that? That's what they do at NFDA.
Puppy, Ryan.
They give away free puppies.
That's not a free puppy.
What is that?
Well, I think it's therapy dogs and training. And
I'm with you now.
But it's sponsored by Thumbies. It's the Thumbies booth as well. So those that talk about fingerprint jewelry and
what a genius way to get somebody into your booth, though. There's puppies. Here's puppies.
Props.
Yeah, you got to give them a little bit of love there. So Paws for Paws, P-A-U-S-E for Paws, P-A-W-S.
Thank you for clarifying.
I had to clarify it.
So we've just kicked off the conference. The folks have been in meetings most of the morning, and now we have an open expo floor. You and I had a date earlier, but that got pushed back an hour. So
we had an 11:30.
Yeah, we're kind of all over the place.
And then it just kind of got pushed, and so Brian's like, "What do you want to do?" And I thought, you know what the hell? Let's go ahead and hit the record button, see what happens, see where it goes.
That's right. So I'm looking around here from our booth. Our booth buddies are American Mortuary Cools and Equipment.
Yeah, we got some booth buddies. We've actually got some sponsors that are around here too.
Yeah, we were sitting here because we're viewing from the Kellerman family of vehicles booth, and that's Platinum, MK, and K2 vehicles.
Well played. Well done.
Well done, yeah. And let's see, Funeral Director's Life is right across the alley from us.
Correct.
And see Gather, so you can't miss their booth.
Gather. Memory Share's back there as well. They're back in the corner. He's got, old Fogarty's got one of those big old, kind of screens. Yeah, I can see the thing.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
The emblem.
Okay.
So you've got Gather. I was trying to see if we could see any more that are just around here close.
Oh, there's ASD. There's sponsors.
ASD is a sponsor. Yes, sir.
This is a big booth that we're in, but it always is.
It is a big booth.
There's the Wilbert Group. We see them.
Wilbert's there. Let's see. Who else do you got? CFS is over here as well. We kind of got put in the back here.
I don't think so. I think we're kind of on the main drag, actually.
We're on the, yeah.
Because this is a freeway right here, buddy.
Matthews, they're over here somewhere. Matthews is. So, honestly, it is kind of a freeway right here. A lot of people walking in and out of the aisles. I'm going to try to grab some people as we do this, too. So, I think that's...
Let's not get charges pressed. Well,
I'm sorry. Respectfully request.
that's fair enough.
That's fair enough. That's good.
That's probably what you should do.
But
so.
no, it's a hum here. I'll tell you what, though. NFDA this year for us has been a little bit different. The hum has been a little bit different. A lot of that, I think, we've got some fall break things that I've got to deal with. I've got to leave a day early.
Yes, you do.
So that changes kind of the vibe for Brian and I and kind of how much we have to get done in one day, which is fine. It works.
That changes my MOS.
Well, he handles everything pretty well on his own anyway.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
It is. But ultimately, when it comes to the people here, so far a good crowd. There is a good hum. So that's exciting. I know we've got some plans this evening, Brian.
It's a decent hum. Now, we were kind of questioning it a little bit because it's so spread out. We're not really sure how big the crowd is going to be.
I'll be 100% honest with you. It's too early to tell anyway, but there is a hum. And I like that there is the hum. When you hear the hum with the people walking within the expo, that's a good thing. So we'll be positive about that. We've got 5 hours left, dude. So, I mean,
that is true.
Golly,
Yeah,
and we are at a main thoroughfare here. So.
This is a thoroughfare. I think it'll be great. I think we need to go around and walk and visit some folks. I need to get some giveaways for my wife since she's in marketing. But
we've already lost some cups. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Have we?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what they're there for. So I was looking over here at Noble. That's a company. And is that an eel?
All right. So
it looks like an
Noble.
eel.
What is that? Accuracy,
Metal
chain
solution.
of custody, and transparency.
Accuracy, chain of custody.
What are they? I don't know.
I think it's cremation, post-cremation recycling. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so
like an eel.
They have an interesting kind of backdrop in their booth. From here, we're probably 150, 200 feet away, maybe more than that.
I'll give you 75 feet.
That can't be 70. That's more than 75 feet. Maybe it is.
Could you hit that with a ball?
I could. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're looking at it, and it actually looks like when you're looking at it, it's an eel that is like trying to bite something. But when you walk over to it, you'll notice that it's my mind playing tricks on me. It's actually a silver glove wrapped around some sort of a canister that has hot metal, recycled metals in it. From here, it looks completely different. But yeah, I thought it was like
that's different.
eel. You see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got a little bit of a. But yeah, I didn't know what that was. I had to walk over to really see.
You know what we should do when we leave to go film? We've got to go get on film for something. I don't know if it's TV.
Really don't know.
I have no idea.
Shot in the dark, honestly.
It is. I'm dragging you along. Someone told me about it, but I forgot. We ought to get like a guest host and be like, here, record with people, and then come back and see what surprises we find.
We could do that. You know who you need? Is Ben Schmidt in here.
Hey, where is Ben Schmidt? Where is Aunt Mary?
Aunt Mary, the one and the only.
Well, we got 15 minutes before we have to go. So, what are you looking forward to the rest of the day here? Because you do have to leave tomorrow, so you've got to get your fill in today, frankly.
Honestly, seeing some old faces I haven't seen in a year, and connecting some people, connecting with some people I haven't seen, but then also, I think podcast-wise, maybe some networking there. So, I like to see the new stuff too, because obviously that brings content, to the forefront.
Yeah, there's some real good stuff that we've got to get into today. So
it'll be an interesting 24 hours, folks. So we're going to try to pack as much stuff as we can in 24 hours, call it a win, and maybe put a.
And then you got to turn me loose.
Put a bow on the day. You know what I mean?
A bow on the day, but yeah, you'll have to turn me loose to carry through to the end of the convention. So.
I think you'll be fine.
Oh, I know. Wow,
that's not even a worry.
As what we're going to put on my tombstone, it's going to say.
It'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. That could be the cause and the answer to my tombstone, but it is what it is.
But
there's
it's
going to be
tough
for me to
here.
schedule the rest of the day with this. Things get kind of random here, but I hope the crowd is big. I hope it's a good crowd. I hope we see some international folks, being that COVID's kind of lifted for the most part. So
well, and I think the other thing you got to remember, it's early. I think they opened the floor a little bit early. They probably had people out there waiting. So,
but Because we're not at the front door.
No, we're actually in the Platinum MK and K2 Vehicles booth. Booth
Kellerman
number
family of vehicles, booth 837.
837 is where we're at. So, but yeah, I mean, I'd say we're in the middle-ish of the floor. I'd say it's probably we've got a little bit of a walk to the door, but
yeah.
No, it's not too bad at all. So, yeah, the buzz is happening. Lots of neighbors here, lots of people we're going to try to pull in and have some conversation with. So,
sure.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take off and go. We're going to go somewhere. We got to go get filmed. So that's the end of another episode of Undertaking the Podcast. Rate, review, subscribe. If you want to have a story and want to be on the show, we want to hear from you. info@undertakingthepodcast.com. Right there at undertakingthepodcast.com. Just click that. Let's start the show as fast as we can.
Rock and roll, friends. We'll leave it at that.